Captain's Log, June 2nd, 2836. After 27 years of war between the Degen Coomers and the Sainthood Slayers, a new hope arises. As the battlefield lay weaponized, locked and loaded for destruction, negotiations for a peace treaty are in transition. The Moderator has arrived at Station 42. Can this war be ended? Will the Coomers and Slayers find a middle ground?
Abort mission. I repeat, abort mission. Negotiation failure. Abort mission.
Heavy boobies, 6+, low orbit, over grid 15-2.
No joy, Yashin-Mat.
Then go to your window and look up their biggest fracking asteroid.
Copy, Yashin-Mat. Still blind. Got some kind of system-wide crash in the defense grid.
Hold on, track yourself right goddamn now, because we got Boku inbound, and they're not carrying flow.
Wait one, Yashin-Mat.
We don't have flow.
And good evening. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Sarah, the Raging Tomato, bringing to you live another Moderator Monday. I think my camera's like got a delay or something on it. I've got a fix for that. Hopefully it'll work better. But if it looks weird, it's because I tried something new and I don't know how I feel about it. All right. As of now, backstage, I sent out some invites to multiple people, and my rule of thumb is if you're the first one back there, first one back there gets to pick the topic of the evening. But a lot of people had some other things going on tonight, so here's what I'm going to do. If you are a Mater member and you would like to be part of the first portion panel, I'm going to drop the link into the members post, members only. Okay. So the StreamYard link has been posted on the Raging Tomato post for members only. If you're a member and you want to join the panel now before we officially open it to the Gen Pop, because you know what you got to do for that. You can go ahead and, go to the Raging Tomato post and click the button there. Okay. So now this would be a benefit to have if you're a Mater member. Just saying. Insert coin to open panel. There we go. Let's see. Start goal. Start goal. I always forget to do all this before I get started. All right. You have 2 hours to open the panel, or I just have my solo conversation and then go home. It's up to you guys. You guys have been FAFO a lot lately. And you know, I think you could do better. I think we all can do better. The topics of the evening, I'm super excited for. Again, if you are a Mater member, go over to the Raging Tomato posts, and there is a StreamYard link pinned in that post. And you can go ahead and hop backstage now, and I'll bring you up with the main panel. Now's the time to do it. All right. Let's see. The topics of the evening: should NATO be required to contribute military assets to reopen and secure the Strait of Hormuz? Hormuz. I'm going to say it wrong all night. I apologize, but like, you know me in words. The next topic of the evening: does the SAVE Act effectively create an unconstitutional poll tax by requiring paid documents for voter registration? Okay, that's another one. Third topic: was President Trump's public disclosure of Representative Neal Dunn's private health information ethically justifiable in the name of congressional transparency? Now, I don't know if you saw it today, but Trump had brought up Neal Dunn's terminal illness. They said he'd be dead by June, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. And even the guy that was interviewing with him, said like that wasn't public information, So that would be kind of a piece of to me. I think that's important, right? Like disclosing information, especially because it has to do with his job. It could mess with the confidence of the people who put him there, so on and so forth. Yeah. So questions to that. Next one is the Trump administration's rule restricting CDLs for the roughly 200,000 foreign drivers a necessary safety measure that outweighs the economic consequences. We've all been seeing the issues surrounding foreigners that are driving the big trucks. They have their CDLs, and we're seeing a lot of accidents and things. And, we're questioning, if you can't even speak the language, how can you read the signs, so on and so forth, yada, yada, yada. So that's an interesting one to hash out. But if we get rid of 200,000 truck drivers, will that affect the economy the wrong way? Then also, I noticed Candace Owens is just deep diving in on Erica Kirk and TPUSA, and she is not letting up. She even said today, if regarding Tucker Carlson, she said if the, I think, CIA goes after Tucker Carlson, then Candace Owens we're riding at dawn. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But is she pushing too hard? So is Candace Owens' exposure of Erica Kirk and TPUSA through the Bride of Charlie series ethically defensible despite the grief involved and Matt Walsh's criticism? So I thought we'd throw a little conspiracy theory stuff in there and have some fun with it. So those are the topics of the evening. And again, if you would like to go ahead and jump backstage for the set panel now, it is available to members only. If you know me a little bit more and you want backup, or if you want on, go ahead and message me directly. Otherwise, how is everybody? How are you all doing? I've been working on some video stuff. I've been having a lot of fun playing with buttons and things. We haven't been able to do Sleepy Tomato only because I've been distracted with like 10 million and one other things, but that will be coming back. Don't worry. Otherwise, I hope you're all ready for Moderator Monday. Now, backstage, I did have Spin City News. He was one of the few who received the link in advance. I'm going to go ahead and bring him up. And I believe he wanted to talk about the CDL license, right? Is that what you wanted to go over first?
Absolutely. That and the voter stuff. I'd love to touch on that, Sarah.
Okay. Well, which one do you want to talk about first?
We can
go through one prompt at a time.
Okay. We can do the CDL stuff.
Okay. All right. So the question is, and again, ladies and gentlemen, if you want the panel completely open to the general public, you have to fulfill that goal. It is up to you. Otherwise, it'll just be me and Spin all night. Okay. I got you. I already turned it down on my end. I already took care of it. You came in hot.
Oh,
All
really?
right.
Okay.
So, yeah, it came in very loud and very hot. Is the Trump administration's rule restricting CDLs for roughly 200,000 foreign drivers a necessary safety measure that outweighs the economic consequences? All right. What are your initial thoughts there?
My initial thoughts are you need to be able to speak the language. You need to be able to read signage. Law enforcement needs to be able to communicate with you. My brother is a truck driver, and he runs into this shit all the time. Where just to try to tell somebody to pull up at the fuel pump, they're obviously not from this country. They look at you, and as he says, they smile. They have
Really?
no idea what you're even saying. And they're given an 80,000-pound missile and driving it down the road. I call your attention, Sarah, back a couple months ago, the tragic incident where a driver on the Florida Turnpike, excuse me, on the Florida Turnpike made an illegal U-turn into an emergency vehicle lane,
Oh,
blocked
yes. I
a
do remember
lane.
that.
Yes, blocked the oncoming lane of traffic because the guy he had no clue, and caused the death of people for no reason. And the videos that I saw, the guy was standing there laughing.
Oh, no.
If I could, I'll pull the video, and if you want me to share it, I'll show you.
Yeah,
I
sure. We'll
have it
pull it. We'll
somewhere.
go ahead. Yeah.
Let
Yeah,
me
we could do it.
try to pull it, Sarah.
Sure.
And
Now,
then
is this a one equals all kind of scenario though? Do we think all of them are engaging and enacting this way? I mean, the likelihood of getting into a car accident, right? I feel like your percent increases the more you're on the road. So there's Joe. Hi, Joe.
Good day,
We
Mike.
Hi, baby. How are you?
I'm doing well. How you cats doing?
well, Sarah,
Well,
let me answer
yeah.
the first part of your, if you don't mind. I don't want to cut you off.
Mhm.
Let me answer the first part of that. You are more likely to be unalived in a car accident than you are on a pew, right?
Okay.
It is a statistical fact. Now, mind you, every time you get behind a wheel of a vehicle, I don't care if it's an 80,000-pound missile or a 3,000-pound Yugo, you run the risk, or you're putting your life at risk. We might not question our driving. We question, I mean, at least for me, I question the other people's driving.
I'm the same way.
Now, mind you, I have hand controls and you know the reason, you know the reason behind that. Now, when you become complacent and you drive the same way to work or to the grocery store or whatever, your mind is getting to the store, at least statistically. You're not worried about the other drivers because you are putting trust in other drivers to mind their P's and Q's and not do something stupid, if you will.
Right.
When I took my driver's test, and this is many years ago, the first thing the DMV, not instructor, examiner, I'm sorry, said to me, you may think your driving is solid. You have to worry about the other people. And that goes back to the proven fact of the, back on topic of the driver that unalived a family on vacation, Sarah. And that was the pivotal part of the whole thing. The fucking guy was standing there laughing about it.
Let me ask you this. I mean, because that is one case, and although I'm not negating the idea that it's horrendous, right? We don't want that to happen to anybody. Let me ask you this: Are they, when they all take the CDL test, are they all taking the same exact test, or is there a language orientation? Like a test given in their language, or
I don't want to allude to all DMVs, but I know many people that have taken the test recently. There is a option for English and Spanish.
Are you guys talking about regular tests or just truck driving?
I didn't hear him.
Driving tests. Are you talking about regular driving tests or just truck driving tests?
CDL.
Okay,
CDL.
thanks.
For some reason, I'm having a problem hearing him, and it might be me.
It's that StreamYard thing. You might have to.
I hear you just fine. Jump out and back in, Spin City.
Okay, I'll do that right now.
All right, catch me up to speed a bit, Sarah. I'm making a lot of assumptions. You tell me what happened.
Yeah. So the question of the
God damn it! Now I can't hear you.
Now
I'm
you
tough it
can't
out coming back.
Change your audio settings. Change them and then change them back. Oh, if he can't hear me, what's that good? What's that going to do for me? It's not going to do me any good. All right, I got Spin City back, and now Joe's messed up. We'll figure it out.
Can you hear me, Sarah?
Yeah, I could hear you.
Okay. I did not hear a word. Please forgive me. What was his? I know he asked a question, but it got like robot.
He was asking.
Can you hear me now, buddy?
Yes.
Yes, sir. I can hear you just fine now.
He was asking if it was CDL or driver's license, but let me read the prompt again so that Joe can come in fresh from the start.
Wait. I can't hear him now. Wait, I can't hear him
talking.
now. Say something, bro.
Can you hear me, Joe?
No, if he's talking, I can't hear him. I could hear him when I was backstage, and as soon as I popped up, we'll try it again. Oh, girl.
Poor Joe.
Well, let me, if I may, Sarah, just briefly. It was English and Spanish. Now, if I did ask a friend of mine before I did come up on panel, because I knew he took another test, and it says on a placard, probably about 5x5, if you need translation
all right,
service.
look like you're gonna be talking to Dude Alone, Sarah. I love you, but this shit ain't working.
You can't hear her?
I can't hear him. I can hear him when I'm backstage. As soon as you pop me up, I can't hear him.
You still had your other thing in. You were still in the studio with your other thing.
Right. Here,
So
let's do this. I got a phone that's not an iPhone. You guys talk. I'll switch to Moto and see if that works better.
Okay. All right. Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. What was I saying? Oh, there's a 5x5 plaque. If you were, it says something to the effect, and I have not seen it, but as he told me, if you need translation services, you need to let them know ahead of time for translator services to come in to help you. Now, given that said, right, what was happening while these foreign invaders came in, the translator would have all the answers. So they were actually taking the test, or the foreign invaders were touching the answers, because it's all computerized, unless they're still using paper somewhere in the United States, which I highly doubt.
Right.
But I mean, I have been wrong.
But they're using translators for these tests?
Yes. As I said, I have not seen it with my own eyes, and I never want to allude to something that I have not seen. However,
let's Google it.
The 5x5 placard.
CDL,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sarah.
does the CDL test have language options? Let's see. As of February 2026, U.S. Department of Transportation has ordered that all commercial driver's license exams must be administered exclusively English, removing previously allowed foreign language options for knowledge tests.
So
This
that's what I'm
nationwide rule
saying.
requires, so they just switched. So it previously some states
Yes.
offered knowledge tests in other language, e.g., Spanish, French, Korean, but new
Yes.
enforcement mandates require English only.
Yes.
Uh, wow.
So
Historically.
now, mind you, he took his test almost a year ago. So as what you just Googled, I would believe that. And that was, and I believe our wonderful president just enacted that just recently.
Mhm.
So, yes, it was absolutely possible that you could use a translator or have translation services. But as I said, the problem was the translators had the answers. The translators actually studied it while the foreign invader was given the answer, and nobody else was the wiser, right?
Oh.
So I mean, you're talking in Croatian or French or something like that. If somebody was there that didn't, or the examiner did not know how to speak that other language, there is no way in hell they would know that they were giving them the answers. And that is how these foreign invaders got their licenses.
Do you know that for a fact?
I cannot, I don't want to say that for 100% fact, but I've seen it multiple or in multiple trusted news source agencies.
Like,
Fake Tuckus News over on X, just to name one. And without giving other work product and sources away, I don't want to say completely, but you know, it would make sense if you can't read English. If you can't read English,
yeah,
how
I agree. There you are. I was wondering. I forgot to send you the link sooner, Balderson. I apologize.
I was out
Mr.
doing some cleaning.
Balderson?
Big Sarge actually asks a good question. I was going to ask this question too, but I will gladly accept your $5 to ask the same question. You keep saying the word foreign invader. What does that
People
mean to you?
people that have no fucking business to be in this country.
Further detail.
People that have crossed the border or come into this country that have no permission to be here. And if I can expand on that
Sure.
a second, they move to like California or a sanctuary state or a sanctuary city. Here's a prime example: Minnesota. Tampon Timmy enacted a law that driver's licenses for everyone, and I'll Google it and I will read it to you, Sarah.
Okay.
I'm still looking for that video that I'll send it to you and you can play it on your end.
Sure.
Of the CDL driver that laughed. I believe, and Balderson, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I believe California had the same policy of driver's licenses for everybody, whether you were legal or illegal. But I hope I've answered the question of foreign invader.
I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that this is just my assumption, right? I'm assuming that if these men or women are coming in and taking the CDL driver's license test, I'd assume that they have some kind of work visa or
Negative.
citizenship of some sort in order to work here, right?
Sarah, do you want me to read this or do you want me to send it to you?
What is it?
It's the Tampon Timmy's initiative.
Oh yeah, go ahead and read it.
In Minnesota, the driver's license for all initiative allows undocumented residents to obtain a standard driver's license or ID card without proof of immigration status. The law excuse me, the law passed in 2023 enables 80,000 Minnesotans to apply for a license, reversing a previous requirement that mandated proof of legal residence. So that is Tampon Timmy's rule that he put into law. Now, to apply, individuals must provide 2 documents that include their full name and date of birth. So you could come from Mexico, get an illegal, use an illegal name or their name, and a birth certificate is very, very easy, as I've been told, to forge, and you get a driver's license. Now in California, and Balderson, I know you're in California. I don't know if you've ever followed it, but maybe you can help me with this. They were doing the same as a driver's license and a commercial driver's license, that anybody could get it, whether you're documented or not.
Yeah, there's something going on out here with a commercial driver's license that they just recently they I thought Trump put a hold on that because of the problems with it. And then also part of the reason that they did that is California did this weird thing where they won't let all kinds of trucks. There's a whole bunch of trucks that they won't let come into the state.
Well, I believe that was because of emissions, was it not?
Yeah, there was emissions there. Yeah.
And you know, but what we're talking about, commercial driver's license and driver's licenses. I know there has been big reporting on undocumented people getting commercial driver's licenses and even taking the test. I'm looking up. I know there was a very big article about translators pretty much taking the fucking test for them, and they're given keys to an 80,000 pound missile, which in one instance that just stood out in my mind, I know you were late coming in, was the accident on the Florida Turnpike in South Florida, where a family on vacation perished because of a indiscretion of a driver that couldn't even speak a lick of English. And I'm looking for the video. I have it somewhere.
Yeah, he whipped that guy that whipped a shitty in the middle of the highway.
Yes, sir.
Is there some epidemic of people who can't speak English running people over or something?
There was like 3 different similar to this one. This wasn't the only one. In a very short duration, there was like 3 different accidents, and I believe all of them were Indian. Obviously, Indian.
Right.
Yeah.
And they had done at least 2 out of the 3 had decided to whip a shitty right in the middle of the fucking highway.
Oh, I saw one of those. It was horrible.
Yeah.
For some reason, Sarah, I cannot find that freaking video, but I promise you, the guy was laughing that he did what he did. And then the guy was from California, no offense, Balderson. And he was on his way out of the country. If I remember reading correctly. And the United States Marshals went and got him and brought him back to South Florida, where they did find that he was an undocumented illegal invader. And guess what? He will now face for his crime.
Well, Joe, what do you think about foreigners getting CDLs?
we had one here in Illinois that was big. I think it was regular license. It could have been CDLs, where they were just paying to get it done. And that's how it got exposed. They hit a family in a van, killed the entire family. So it's very similar to what you guys are talking about. It was a big deal too. And I would go so far as to say, if a cat can't speak the language, I would give him extra training. He'd have to do an extra test, to make sure that he can see the signs and do that thing. However, what my man is describing to it, I think it's extra. And most people who will talk about this, it will be their emotions and feelings about immigrants in general that color a thing. And I think he's guilty of that right now.
I know when I went to Germany, for us to get a license, because in the unit before we left to go to Germany, they asked anybody, who wants to get driver's licenses, and then certain people had to get driver's licenses, and we were required to understand the signage and everything.
It's logical, right?
Yeah.
I mean, even now, if we're, if I was driving and I couldn't read a sign, I don't know how I would be. Even like when it says wrong way, or do not enter. I mean, could we say that they likely know very specific signs? Yeah, possibly. But the signs that are electronic above the highways, and it lets you know if there's a reroute or
construction on I-77.
That would be really, really, really important information to have and know and understand, because that's especially if there's a detour,
fire ahead, flood ahead.
Yeah, something. I mean, I would think that would be very important to know. And so I don't understand why you wouldn't, I'll pull that video up. Why you wouldn't want them to be
somebody
able to,
must be getting paid. It had to be money, right? They'd have to be somebody had to make a shortcut, or some lefty loving, welcome to the country. You don't have to take the test. Just come on, buddy. Could be one of those.
Well, I wonder though, Joe, if it's they're lacking local drivers. Right. Bringing them in themselves and kind of like beelining them to
that's a good one too. To the front of the line.
Beelining them in to get their, because they need workers. They could probably get away with paying them less, I'm assuming. And then also they can kind of control what's going on and just get them in the door. And we see that with a lot of other companies. Like there's amusement parks bring people from like Russia, Romania, like all those places. They Visa card them in on a work visa. They pay for their flight in. They pay for the work visa for them to come out. They give them room and board, and then they pay them minimum wage. And I worked for a place that did this, and every summer they came back, and it was like, I didn't care. It didn't bother me, but that's just what they do because it's cheaper labor.
Like hotels here in America. Every hotel you got a Hispanic night shift that's doing all the labor and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to believe it's the same thing. They'll take shortcuts and stuff because they can pay them the minimum amount. And it's rampant. I remember once Trump came in and became president with all the, we got to get rid of immigrants. He had to go through Mar-a-Lago and his places and get rid of a bunch of them. He had so many fucking immigrants working. Everybody does it.
I want to be clear about something. I have no problem with people coming into the country and doing the right thing. I want to be very, very clear.
It's about to get interesting. Is that true? Can I ask then, you don't mind if a guy came in illegally 40 years ago? He has a business now. His kid's in college. He only broke the law coming in. You don't have a problem with him, right? Just to make sure you're consistent. You don't have a problem with him.
No, I have no problem. I have no problem with somebody that is here legally.
No. He broke the law. He broke the law. He came over illegal, but he's been here. He's proved himself. He's not a bad guy. He has a business. He's proven that he hasn't broken the law since. What do you think of that guy?
Get the fuck out.
See, yeah, okay. You have no problem. It's just that he broke that law 40 years ago.
Listen, I will be very clear and I will state it again. If you've come into this country and you've done things legally and you've got your citizenship and you've paid homage, you understand, I have no problem. But if you were here, I don't care how fucking long you've been here.
Right.
Get the fuck out of my country.
Is it that law that he broke 40 years ago?
Well,
Or is it you just don't want him in your country?
Oh, God.
Because if it's that law he broke 40 years ago, I bet you can think of another guy.
The law,
a
listen,
friend
the
of
law,
yours who broke a law 40 years ago. You're not trying to
law
get him to
is
go
the
to jail,
law.
right? I
The
agree.
law
The
is
law
the
is the
law.
law. So your friend who smoked that weed 40 years ago, turn him in. The law is the law. Or even more recent,
I
I'm
have
sure you
no
got a
problem
buddy
doing
who,
that.
you lie,
I
first
have
of
no
all.
problems turning somebody in for breaking the fucking law.
Nonsense.
But then again, though, we had Shaman Omar here, and you
Fuck
kept
him.
saying incredibly. What would I say?
Right?
What kind of wording can I use to describe what you were doing to him? Because he kept telling you he was born here in America, but you kept calling him a towel head. You kept calling him an anchor baby. You kept calling him, but he expressed to you that he was here legally, and you still seem to have a problem with him no matter what he said. So,
I have
like,
a problem. I have a problem with anchor babies that come into whether their mother or their father or both or conjoined of both. They come into the country, they have a baby. That is considered an anchor baby.
but he was telling you otherwise, right? He was telling you otherwise. He was telling you that everything that he's done to be here is legal, and you're mad at him. Even if his parents did do that, like you were slurring him the whole time. And he's like, bro, I'm an American citizen. Like, I was born here, raised here. I live locally. I, pay my taxes. Like, so you know what I mean? Like, you don't want illegal immigrants. We get that, but he's an American citizen, and you were getting onto him.
Because regardless, Sarah, first of all, you know my feelings towards him. Number one. Number two, his father, according to him, came into this country illegally. Even though they shipped his ass back, he came into this country, had a child, regardless whether it was to an American citizen or not, which in my mind, in my own thought, he is an anchor baby.
But they're legal. Anchor babies are legal. What's your issue with the legal citizen now?
He was born and raised here. Like, what is he doing that's illegal?
I'm not saying he's doing anything illegal. I've never said.
You just said, screw them. They can go back. I'm paraphrasing, perhaps.
The people that came into this country.
No, the anchor baby. The anchor baby we're talking about, not the parents. The baby.
Nothing...
Then you say he could go too?
Absolutely. Go back to
why? He didn't break a law. Why do you want him out of the country? He did not break a law. What is your beef with him? Why don't you like him?
I'll even go as far as saying that Omar is more of an American patriot than I would even believe you are with his claims versus yours.
I would love to, test that theory and see, because nothing he's doing is patriotic right now. Because one, it's legal for the anchor baby to be here, and he wants him gone. It seems like it'd be patriotic to support the guy's right to be here.
Okay, so
I think there needs to be some clarification on it, because anchor baby is typically somebody that their parents left the country. As far as I understand, Omar's
anchor baby born here. They
born here, but they're still citizens of another country.
Born here, daddy left.
Born here means you're automatically a citizen.
From what I understand, his parents are legal immigrants.
He told me.
Hold on, his dad went back, but his mom was still a citizen of some sort. But even at that, like his dad didn't gain entry because he had a son, right? I don't know much about his mother, but even at that, in this entire scenario, Omar did nothing wrong. And before anybody responds to that, Iotin sent to the Big Ten. She says, I work in the buildings products industry. Lots of cheap illegal labor in these commercial shops. When I started rolling out in force, it actually put a number of high-end jobs on hold. Ooh, wow. And Iotin is doing what the rest of the chat should be doing and donating in those $10 donos to be able to open the panel all the way for anybody to join. Right now, it's a special protected class up here. But if you want to open it up to more voices, you have to continue to donate. You're almost there. You're 2 out of 10 already. Thanks to Iotin. As of tonight, so far, the matriarchy's winning. Patriarchy needs to do some catching up. In with the Big Ten, do you care about all laws with the same energy or just the ones regarding foreigners? And I
we know the answer to that one.
Yes,
Yeah.
I believe that one's to you, Spin.
Let me think about my answer to that, because it's.
I can ask you some more so that we can get the same result. If you had your way, would you kick a lot?
Okay. Do you want me to tell you if I had it my way? What I would think?
I'm interested in, yeah.
Okay. There should be legal immigration only. There should not be asylum. Asylum seekers, they use that to an advantage. Okay. Regardless whether a immigration court or judge or magistrate, whatever whatever the case may be, what are you seeking asylum from? In my opinion, if you have it that bad, or you have done something against a cartel, or you've done something to piss the wrong person off, why bring your problems to the United States? Because it has been a very statistically proven point that just because your problems started in Mexico, Venezuela, whatever, it will follow you here, which in turn gives more problems to law enforcement or whatever in this country. Why?
That's just factually untrue, right? Most people who come from asylum, most people who come here asking for asylum don't have someone coming over here hunting them down. That's just factually untrue, correct?
They don't need to come over here and hunt them down. The people, do you think a telephone doesn't reach across a body of water?
I do, but you say their problems come over here. I'm not sure how much problem you can do over a phone call. I'm not sure what problems you were talking about come over here of theirs. Once they come over here, ain't nobody following them. What, the bill collectors calling them every now and then? So what? And who's that bothering besides them?
No, think on a grander scheme, or on a grander scale. I'm sorry.
Will this thing be happening a lot, or are you trying to come up with some small incidents and applying it to everyone?
I didn't say it was everyone, and I'm not saying it is everyone. It's the okay. Let's look at the cartels that are coming through tunnels that coming into this country. How the fuck do you think they get here?
I'm not sure they got anything to do with it anyway, but you tell me.
They're being snuck in the country.
Okay, that cartel, they can come in on their own with drugs. What's our point here? Okay, we all think they're bad guys and they shouldn't come in.
The cartel life and came to the United States. You don't think they're known?
No, I mean, yes, the cartel will come here and kill a guy or two, but you said everyone who claims asylum, we all know that there are problems. I am saying you're taking very small incidents and claiming it to everyone who comes here for asylum. Most people come and ask for asylum, end up just spending regular lives over here and nothing comes of it. That'd be the vast majority of them. Most of them don't get hunted down by the mobsters or the cartel.
Regardless whether the small amount or not, it's still a problem.
Well, don't say it's no, I wouldn't. They're handling their own. They're not some mass shootings of innocent motherfuckers. And like you say, if the nigga robbed a cartel and came over here, that's their business. Nobody crying tears for that cat. So no, I don't think it's a problem. You know what's a problem? Cats with that philosophy like you that only yours are good enough, man. Am I wrong that if you had your way, you would be okay with America taking over all the countries over there, getting rid of Islam and turning them Christian? You'd be okay with that? Paul says it all, baby.
There is no room for Islam in America.
Woo! No, I said if they would go take, I love that part too. But I said if they would go over and take the countries like he's taking over Iran, and what if he take the rest of these
Maybe we
cats?
should just, what if we just separated the world? Each country has its own, like this religion goes in this country, this religion goes in that country. And I want you to think about that for a second. Big Sarge comes in with a big 5 and 10 because he wants to see that open panel happen. But he says, thank God I'm not his friend, aka non-invader homie. Get turned in for speeding by Spin City.
Right?
What do you think about that, Spin City?
He broke the law, Spin City. Got to get rid of him.
Don't take this down to a dumbassery, okay? I mean, if you're out there breaking the law, you're out there stealing, you're out there brandishing a firearm or whatever, you're fucking right. I would turn you in.
Okay, but for misdemeanor
Because,
shit, not so
wait a
much.
minute, wait. If the law doesn't apply, if the law applies to them, if the law applies to me, why shouldn't the law, regardless of whatever it is, apply to them?
Well, first of all, an unjust law is no law at all. So if it's unjust for you, it probably shouldn't be applying to either of you. But how about what you're saying? If they're doing a felony, you say don't get crazy if they're breaking the law. How about if they're breaking a misdemeanor? That type of law, you wouldn't turn in your friend
Is
for
a misdemeanor a law?
Jaywalking. You jaywalk.
Now you're bringing it down to dumbassery.
Okay, I'm trying to pick a misdemeanor here, man.
Assault.
A misdemeanor.
That's a misdemeanor.
Assault is a misdemeanor.
Misdemeanor.
Aggravated assault is a felony.
Thank you for that.
Assault.
Thank you.
Put your fucking hands on me. I'm definitely going to fucking tell you. I'm definitely going to fucking do something about it. They broke the law.
Right.
It's just like it. I'll bring it back to where we're talking about. You came across the border illegally. It
Misdemeanor.
is a criminal offense.
Misdemeanor.
You broke the fucking law.
Misdemeanor, yeah.
Which is jailable. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
And the consequences are you're going to get put the fuck out. Am I wrong? Somebody tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong. The consequences are you go to court and see and make them prove it first. You don't just put motherfuckers out.
You're a due process guy.
I am. Yes, I'm a patriot. Yes, whatever the fuck Sarah was talking about. Yes, I'm a due process guy.
I see exactly who the fuck you are. Thank you, Libtardia.
But see, this is why I tell you, Spin City, I would say that other people that you would think are, I guess you could say libtards or wrong or whatever the case may be, actually have more patriotism in their arguments than I think you do.
I don't dispute that. Sarah, I don't dispute that. But you want due process for a non-citizen, but they are getting due process. They are going into a magistrate or a what the fuck do they call them? A judge or whatever the case may be. They are proven they're not here legally. Guess what, motherfucker? You're gone. That's the law. What's the problem with that?
Well, I want to argue. Well, they're not all getting due process, but that conversation takes longer. and
fuck's
I'd
sake.
rather talk about other shit now. Since you decided that I was a lefty.
Wait.
Yeah.
Anybody that is caught by Homeland Security or
I
ICE
don't want to go
going
down
to
there.
fucking detention, alligator Alcatraz.
Let me
Wait,
read money. Let me read money, and then we can. This will give you guys an opportunity to reset. James coming in with the Big 10 says, "I made it a yellow as I'm not in the mood for shenanigans tonight." Well, you know what, James? You know what, James? You should send 4 more right now, just because you cheated on me, and I'm still not over it. I'm still not over it, James.
I
And
can't
think you
believe
need to
that,
make up
James.
for it. James is
I can't believe
unacceptable.
it.
Right in front of me too. Right in front of me. And he knew
James,
I was gonna see it too. Texas bully mom, she's gonna turn in all y'all asses. If you are an illegal immigrant and you walk by Texas bully mom, you work with Texas bully mom, she knows you're an illegal. She's turning your ass in. She's got ICE on speed dial. They've got her listed as an official informant. It's going down. And she said, even if you give me that motherfucking side eye, cops, everybody better run. They are running. Big Sarge comes in and says the Constitution protects the invaders from not receiving due process. Know your shit, Spin Doctor or Spin City. What say you, Spin?
The Constitution protects the invaders from not receiving due process. Well, tell me what part of the Constitution says that, because
everybody gets certain rights, and one of them is due process.
Yeah,
but they are getting due process.
See, I don't want to go down that line, because now we got to talk about all the people who
anybody that gets caught by ICE or Homeland Security, CBP, what the fuck ever, they go in front of a judge. They are found that they are here illegally.
All right.
What more due process? There's no fucking lawyer that is going to sit here and argue the point that they are here and they are legal. They're not. The hearing lasts 5 minutes. Are you here legally? Do you have permission to be in the United States? The obvious answer is no. Guess what, motherfucker? You're getting on a plane and you're going wherever the fuck you belong.
Let me ask you,
out of my country.
Do you get to pick that guy out of a crowd because of his skin color?
Oh, here
I actually
I'd rather not go down there. I'd rather go down another route. But this is
go ahead, Ben.
I personally asked Spin this because I wanted to clarify. And I personally asked him this. I said, do you have a problem with like the Bulgarian immigrants and things like that when they're here illegal? And he had equal problem when they're white. So he's a nationalist, not a racist.
That's why I know he's a nationalist.
But the prejudice is still strong with this one.
The prejudice is very strong. Their prejudice is very strong with this one.
So I will elaborate on what Ben said. I don't care what color you are. If they are using their tactics that are under permissible by law to seek these people out, then what's the problem?
Well, Texas bully mom comes in with a Big 10, and my apologies. She's not just talking about illegal. She's talking about any and everyone. If you're speeding down the highway, she's got 911. She's got the local sheriff's office on speed dial. Get it? Speed dial for speeding. If you're a jaywalking motherfucker, congratulations. Texas bully mom, also known as Karen, has it on lockdown. She's putting you in the kennel. All right. You are currently 2 away from a full open panel. All you need is 2 more. I think you all should tell James to cough it up. He still has to make up for the
James, you know better than to cheat on Sarah. So those 2 that you need.
Cheat on me. I'm so good to you, James. I'm so good to you. All right. So Spin, if somebody comes here legally, right?
Yep.
And let's say they still cause havoc. They're still causing a lot of problems. Let's say they're unaliving people. They're doing this. They're doing that. Does your position on even legal immigration even change one iota? Do you
Yes.
think we should have different requirements or?
Okay, I need a little bit of more dialogue. What you mean by requirements, so I can answer it intelligently.
We'll leave it at that. Like, let's say I am a legal migrant into the United States. I just got here a year ago and I'm officially stamped in. I've got my green card or visa or whatever it is. And I get 5 speeding tickets, right? Do you think that the requirements should demand that I not break any form of laws
No.
in order to?
I go back to what I said, Sarah. Excuse me. I go back to what I said. If you are here legally, and I want to emphasize, if you are here legally, you've paid homage to this country, you learned the laws, you are then under the laws of the United States. You have the right to an attorney. You have the right to a fair trial. Mind you, again, you are here legally. My problem is with the foreign invaders that came into this country without permission.
This is funny.
Because you keep saying foreign invaders. I think that's the piece that's getting everyone here.
They're foreign invaders. What do you want to call them? Illegal migrants?
Illegal immigrants? Yeah.
Okay. Whatever your dictation is, they're foreign invaders to me. They have no business even being here. They came across the border without permission. They climbed walls. They tunneled through the earth and got into this country. We deal with every day here.
Let me break it down a little bit. Here's why the foreign invader,
and I do mean free state of Florida.
The foreign invader thing, I think it's meant to drag certain connotations with it. You be disingenuous if you disagreed. If I think your argument really is, they broke the law. That's what your argument is. They broke the law. So
I've said it millions of times. They broke the law.
Okay. So you're saying it with your chest. You're standing on that shit. I want to come up with some more people who break the law, and we'll see if you stand on it with your chest as well. Right? We do believe that a judge breaks the law. He should be held to a higher.
Absolutely.
All right. Very good. Cop as well. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Let me ask you something there, Joe.
I was going down the line, but you can ask me. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this question. What part of Illinois do you live in?
Chicago right now.
How the fuck did I guess? Didn't you just have a cop? Didn't you just have a cop that was I don't want to misquote it, but I remember reading an article where a police officer was an illegal invader. They gave him a gun and a badge.
Yeah, we had one of those. It was I don't know if it was an ICE agent or a cop.
It was a Chicago police officer.
Right,
here's my fucking point.
Yeah. Oh, so, great. So, okay, great.
So when you sit here and say a cop broke the law, he broke the fucking law. Did he not?
If he was he broke the law. Yeah.
Law.
I don't want to say because I don't remember the case where I want to comment, but according to what you said, yes, he broke the law. I'll concede to whatever you're saying. I don't think that changes anything. I think he broke the law and all of that bullshit.
So you're going to give an illegal fucking invader a gun and a badge and say, go out and protect the citizens of Chicago when he's already broke the law to begin with?
Listen, every cop that he's out there with breaks the law every day. So you saying he's an illegal invader doesn't change. He's hanging out with a bunch of other illegal cats that break the law every freaking day. Every time you ever seen cops speed, and run red lights and all of that stuff without their fucking without their lights on and their sirens. That's illegal. They do it all the time.
Allow me, gentlemen, to interrupt. You have earned your open panel. You should all put a big pat on your own back. Congratulations to the chat. You hit the goal. I didn't even have to yell at you. Nothing. This is good. This is woosah. Okay, woosah. In the meantime, I have dropped the open panel link in the live chat. Please feel free to start jumping backstage now. I'll bring all of you up in a minute. Wingnut. Oh yeah, I know you. You've been here before.
That's my man. Yeah.
Yeah, I know Wingnut. I'm looking at a very strange looking. Is that your mattress? Back there? I see your love the backstage for this very reason. All right, let me get through some super chats. Effigy's back there. Wingnut's back there. Let's see who else was in the chat that should have their butts up here. I feel like there should be more of you shit talkers getting your asses. Ant's having tech issues. He can't get up here. Loser. I love Ant. I love Ant. Sasquatch belongs up here. I know you've got a lot to say about this. Sasquatch, get your ass up here. Let's see who else we got in the chat. Big Sarge, I think, was interested in this panel. Big Sarge, you don't have to stay all night, but you can certainly join and hang out for a little bit if you want. Zers, come do your turtle talking with us. Let's see, who else do I got to call out? Y'all buttheads. I got to call you out to get your butts up here. Did you need a rolling red carpet put out there for you so that you feel loved to get up here? Tootie Bug. Now, I heard Tootie Bug talking some shit on politics the other night, and I think she belongs on here too.
She's scared. Tootie's scared.
She's scared.
She's scared.
Tootie Bug, I heard you going off the other night. I was like, I've never seen Tootie go that hard on political commentary. Duck, come on. You know you want to get up here. I know you got a lot to say about this. Who else is out there?
Oh, Mr. fucking fake beard.
Who's fake beard? Oh, Grip.
Yeah, where the fuck is he?
I don't know.
Fake beard.
He shows up whenever he feels like it, and I never know what his actual.
Joe, this fucking dude came up here on panel with a fake ass fucking beard, running his fucking conspiracy theories one night, and I had a fucking full day with that dumbass too.
Sounds like fun to me.
All right, I'll give everyone just 2 more minutes to get backstage if you want to get up here now, and then I'll pull everybody up on screen. Big Sarge says
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Read the money.
Big Sarge says with the Big 10, the Fifth Amendment states that no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. The wording matters. It does not say citizen. It says person. What say you? Spin.
Okay, but they are following the Fifth Amendment. They are getting their day in court. Now, I cannot attest.
What about the brown guy who they
wait. Let me finish. I cannot attest to the people that have been caught that may or may not have their day in court. Okay, I can't attest to that because I've not seen it. What I have seen, and in talking to one of those mediators, moderators, whatever the fuck you want to call them, every person they see or that is brought before them have their day in court. So I don't know what else the libtardians of this world want.
We heard that part. You repeating it. I'm not sure why you keep repeating it at this point. We heard that part. If you're here legally, great. If you're not, you're not. Okay.
I'm responding to Big Sergeant Sarah. I sent you something on Discord that the last link I sent you, and if you could present that to Joe Joker over there.
Is that the
to
video?
Show him what I was talking about. No, you don't have to show the video, Sarah. You might just show him the title.
Let's text it to
ICE,
me. Text the link to me.
It says the title says ICE arrest illegal alien sworn in as suburban Chicago police officer.
I think that was Broadview or Lombard or something.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly. I can't put it up because I'm streaming now.
It's not relevant. The only reason I went down that line of question. No, it's not. I was going down a line of question
and a police officer.
I was going somewhere. You interrupt. No. I was asking you about do you think a police should be arrested when he break the law or some shit? And
Absolutely.
You went into giving me a case. I didn't ask for it. I just needed you to say absolutely so I could continue my line.
Oh, it said the rest of the title says was approved. Let's see, Radul Bojovic overstayed tourist visa by a decade and was approved for police.
That was
in January 2025.
Bye. Get the fuck out.
All right.
Bye. Get the fuck out.
Shout out to Doofus Dog. I love that name. Doofus Dog gained their Raging Tomato membership. And if you would like more backdoor access to the stage or to the YouTube videos that we put out, most things go back behind that membership. And now's a good time to go ahead and just get one because I'm asking you to. Actually, now I'm telling you to.
There's only the now. If you don't know Jack Talcott, there's only the now.
Yeah. Texas bully mom in with the Big Ten. And by the way, the ladies won this evening. The ladies kicked ass on the Dota. So it was Big Sarge and James versus Iotin and Texas bully mom. The ladies kicked ass. Guys, you got nothing on them here. You got nothing on them.
Thanks for pointing that out, Texas bully mom. Thank you.
Texas bully mom says, F your goal. If we all go down, we're all going together. Go to Major Nation,
So I have a question.
No, I need you to follow me. I need to get here.
Wait. This goes.
Hold on. I'm not done yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't see it.
If you'd like to know the Greenland inside joke on that one, you have to be in the Discord. Toasty Man Bad has been dropping some shot calling hit piece memes, and he's got his own meme channel within our Discord server, and he's been dropping them like it's freaking hot. I've been cracking up laughing. You've been cracking up laughing. We're all cracking up laughing. So hit the Discord mods if somebody could hit the iDiscord thing or exclamation point Discord. But yeah, join the Discord. It's a lot of fun in there, and it's starting to get a little crazier and more enjoyable. All right, I've got 3 more backstage. I'm going to go ahead and bring them up because you deserve to have an open panel. Here you go. We've got Ant, we've got Effigy, we've got Wingnut and his foot, and we got Spin City, Balderson, me. Joe must have dropped his stuff. Always taps out when we have special, amazing, awesome high def videos that play here. They always seem to mess with Joe Cool every time. Joe, I don't know why, if you're still listening, I don't know why you don't just get like an iPad or a laptop or something else to be able to jump on these streams and have fun with, because your phone prevents you from having these amazing, awesome Mater Nation conversations. And we love having you on. We love your opinions, and we most certainly, especially love your laugh. So please fix your shit so that we can have you on for longer than the 10 minutes that your phone lets you. Or tell your phone it's a piece of, maybe update your phone. Try and update. I don't know. Something. All right. Spin City, back to you. I rudely interrupted you. Go ahead.
Well, my questions is for Joe Joker over there with the fucked up laugh. If these illegal invaders would come to your house, would you let them stay with you?
No.
Kitty love over there, Mr. Balderson. Kitty
We
love.
love Kitty Love. The kitty was doing a pretty little dance, and we got to have our animal. Is that a kitten? Is she new?
Yeah, this was Christy. He's Christy's cat. Christy has been waiting forever for a cat to really be all about her, and this one definitely is. I don't know why he's right now. He usually hangs out with Christy all day.
Because my hands are busy.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Spin City, no, I don't think most people would advocate or be okay with allowing people into our homes because, I mean, these are our personal homes. I don't think most people are keen with the idea of illegal immigration either. I think most people would agree. This is just me spitballing here, but I think most people would
Sarah,
agree
they're
that
the ones that want them fucking
illegal. I think most people would agree that illegal immigration is wrong. Now, I think what's going on right now and where most of the left is upset is kind of like, well, they've been here for this long. They made their way in. They got in. Like, why are you suddenly doing something about it now? Right? It would be like if my dog shit on the floor 3 hours ago and then I came and started yelling at it later. Right. That would be, I think, and that's just me trying to advocate for the left. Like, I wouldn't be agreeable to what they're saying, but that's what I think they're saying.
Can I push back on that real quick?
Yeah.
So let's say you stole my car and you have gotten away with it for 40 years. And then one day, with the police's aid, we discover it in your garage.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get to keep it? Or should it be returned to me? It's
I
probably beyond the statute of limitations to charge you with the crime for it, but I should get my property back, right?
Well, even in civil tort, you would still have a statute of limitations, right? Now that doesn't.
The idea is you don't get to benefit from your crime.
There is no benefit to
well,
crime.
I guess the question is they've benefited for 40 years. At that point, what difference does it make?
It's not about difference. It's about principle.
It's not about principle. It's not about crime. That's disingenuous. Girl, I keep losing my fucking train of thought here. Go ahead, because I wanted to take it somewhere else. So you make sure you.
So I steal your car and I keep it for 40 years. You still committed a crime. There is still in my mind, you committed a crime. You should be held accountable. Yes, there is a statute of limitation. I don't disagree with that. And I don't know who said that. I didn't see your name light up.
That was
me.
Oh, of course you need to give it back or you need to surrender it because it's not yours.
Now flip that over to immigration. Okay,
you guys are still doing it wrong because you're comparing criminal offenses to civil offenses.
Well, no, that's why I picked property and I left off the criminal side. I said I specifically said no, there would be no crime attached, but there's still a civil aspect of my property and it being returned to me. And to your point, deportation is a civil process. It is not a criminal process.
But is anybody losing something by them being here? Like, are they taking some Americans
they
home?
Depress wages, they take jobs. I mean, I can go on and on. Like, you really want to go through the whole laundry list?
I mean, I've never seen an illegal immigrant doing a job I would do.
That doesn't mean anything. That's your personal experience. I don't care.
Well, I mean, that's everybody's personal experience.
You don't speak for everybody, Balderson.
I just don't see Ant going down and picking fucking lettuce out of the fucking fields in 120-degree heat for $5 an hour. So I'm pretty sure, that covers all of us.
Big Sarge comes in with Big 20 to speak for himself. He says, I'm not keen on illegal immigration. However, you can't be inhumane either. There is a human element to all of this, and to be an ignorant ass doesn't serve a purpose. Stealing a car versus immigration, civil offense, dude. That's shots fired right at you, Ant.
Well, it's a civil offense until it becomes a misdemeanor, and then it's a criminal offense. It just depends when they catch you. It's not always a civil offense, dude.
Don't we have them go through that process?
It's the moral element of crossing the border.
The way it is being treated, if you did not take the United States gift of, okay, get on the CBP One app or whatever the fuck it is, and voluntarily deport or go back to where the fuck you came from, it is then treated as a criminal offense, which I will bring up 18 U.S. Code, blah, da, 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 da. It can be treated as both. So
as I recall,
wait a minute, wait. If they have to forcefully remove you, it is considered as a misdemeanor. Period. You've broken the law, and that is fair. Regardless how inhumane or humane it is, you came into this country illegally. You were afforded the opportunity to leave without molestation, and also afforded the right to come back into this country legally. The ones that are being forcefully deported do not have that option. I don't understand what the debate is. You have broken the fucking law.
Here's the debate. You keep saying that you broke the law. I'm curious. Those ICE agents who are arresting folks, showing them their driver's license, and they still arresting them and taking them to the detainment center. They broke the law, right? Every ICE agent that sprayed someone and sprayed the entire crowd, all of those were illegal. They all broke the law. You don't? Shouldn't they go to jail now? Every one of them?
Protesting and illegal immigration is two different terms. We're talking about illegal immigrants being arrested.
How you gonna tell me what I'm talking about? No, I am talking about breaking the law. I am talking about protesters being sprayed by ICE agents when it was illegal, pushed. All that's illegal. All of it's felonious. Don't you think they should all go to prison?
The illegal immigrants?
No, the ICE agents who sprayed the crowd of protesters.
What were the protesters doing?
Yelling and screaming, didn't touch them. No, they got 100. I don't know how many court. I was about to say 100 court cases. Way more than 100 of these. Where they found that they violated all these people's rights. That's why they took their toys away from them in Chicago. That's why they went to Minnesota. The judge told them, "Are you out your freaking mind? You can't even use those no more." Put Bobino on a monitor and gave him a camera and all that shit. Had to call Trump to get him off the fucking monitor. They broke so many laws, it was crazy. And they did the same thing in Minnesota. I don't see you Googling 18 USC 14 dash so-and-so to make sure they go to jail for these crimes.
Well, I would ask who would enforce it, Joe? I mean, who's on the people's side to actually start to actually force them, like convict them and literally put them in prison? I mean, who's going to step up and even be the judge or the prosecutor on that? I mean, it's like, the old saying is you can't fight the government, you know what I mean? That
and they're masked up. You can't even ID them. You can't even say it was this guy on that day because they're wearing masks.
You want to know why they're fucking masked up? You want to know why they're masked up? Because these fucking idiot fucking protesters, which protests don't do anything to begin with.
Are you sure?
I am sure.
I think they want to hide themselves. They want to hide themselves. That's the reason why they did that.
Their asses up. They're still out there doing the job that they applied for and were awarded the luxury of doing.
None of that comes with.
Masked up is because the protesters are going to their fucking house, doxing these people, putting their family's life in danger, whether it be the ICE officers' life or their family, their kids in schools.
They're probably doxing them because of what Anarchy TV just said, Wingnut just said, because there is no one who will punish them for these crimes. You're talking about a possible dox is what you said, possibly putting their family at risk, where they're giving redress to the government who will do nothing. If you were such a constitutionalist, you know when they fail to handle themselves, that it is our job to do so. Blowing a whistle and putting a motherfucker per information ain't shit compared to what they're doing.
They wear masks and they have no name tags.
Hold on, let it go. Please let it go. That's the host, yeah. I was bogus already.
Shout out to Big Sarge. He didn't like hearing that the ladies were beating the men. And so he threw the big 20 up. I just want to point that out, that the big dick measuring has commenced. But so far, I think the ladies are still up. And Iotin sends in a big 5, says, if something is illegal, does that make it good? If it's illegal, does it make that bad? Spin, it seems like you just really don't like foreigners to me. Before you answer that, I also wanted to add in on Joe's commentary on why the ICE agents are masking up. We've seen a lot of like TikTokers and social media influencers actually doxing their names and information, homes, addresses, and stuff like that. And they're doing it based on being able to capture their faces, and they're saying, oh, I actually know this person. They live local to me. Here's their name. Here's where they live. Here's blah, 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 blah. And they're actually, the ICE agents are having to leave their homes for their own safety. I find that to be fucked up. Even as content creators, we all don't like the idea of being doxxed, because there are people out there. I couldn't imagine how many weird people watch my show who probably would love to do bad things, or be an asshole, right? And it's dangerous. So they are actually doing their job on the government.
No. So far, I agree with you. They're not. None of that's in their job. They must identify themselves. They're public. They made it a federal law, I think. Now they're not doing their job.
Well, what I'm saying is having a mask on is one thing, right? But being able to, I think you could still identify yourself once you get them in the car. At that point, saying we're ICE, we're this, we're that, you're identifying and saying I'm an agent of the government, right? Here's your papers. Here's what we're doing. Then you get them in the vehicle and say, I am Agent Smith.
Why do public employees must identify? Why is it in every police policy? Why is it
fight back if somebody?
The reason they must.
Policy is not law.
They must.
Not a law.
Well, by all the police, that's policy. I said it. Why is it in all of their policies? And you do have to, if you're a public worker, and I go up to, I don't know, the DMV, you must identify. You must give me your name. Those guys must identify too. The reason why? No, I've got to try to allude to what I'm trying to allude to. The reason they do that is so that they can be held accountable. So you're going to take away my ability to hold all public officials accountable on the off chance that some TikToker might dox a motherfucker. If he breaks the law, take that TikToker to jail. You don't take away everyone else's rights. Yeah?
You're not getting accountability at the scene.
Identify themselves.
You're going to get accountability in the courts after the fact.
You can't identify a guy with a mask, can you? How do you get him in the court?
You can subpoena the arrest record, can't you?
Ain't no arrest record. He punched me in the street and didn't write it down. Would you write it down if you punched the guy? Well, how do I get my retribution? The guy's wearing a mask with 20 of his friends.
There's going to be an arrest record.
I didn't say he arrested me. I said he punched me in the face. He pushed me to the ground. He sprayed me with mace. See a proof of what? That's exactly. That's why they must ID you.
I think the argument comes down.
Sarah, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sarah, I have a good question.
Go ahead.
Are you still selling those mugs? I haven't checked. You had coffee mugs in shirts saying, I think I fucked the moderator from last year. Are they still available? I think I want one.
I think it
Not
says
that I
you're
fucked you or
fucking the
anything,
moderator.
but
It says you're fucking. I don't know. Let me go look. Nothing like a good. I'll go check here in just a second. Hang tight.
Go by I fucked the moderator.
I think it says you're fucking the moderator, but whatever.
Sarah, hold on. I need to put my headset on.
Okay.
I want to
while
push
you're-
these shirts to Sarah. I think everybody right now should go to Sarah's merchandise and order a shirt that says "I fucked the moderator," some shit like that.
That's not
Go
what
over
it
there
says.
now. It's not that expensive. You guys just got paid. It's Monday. So you just got paid on Friday. Anyway, I'm going to go get high, Sarah. Thanks for having me on. Everybody go buy a shirt. Whether it says "I fucked the moderator fucked me," or something. 'Cause
Thank you, Iotin, for sending the Big 10 to Kick Spicoli. Thank you so kindly for doing us all a great service. You are an angel, my love. All right. And I'll wait for Spin City to come back and actually answer that question, Iotin. Big Sarge is trying to beef it up against the ladies. He's got it here. Sorry, ladies, we ahead. I think you might actually be. I don't know. I'll have to go double check. I think I had 85 for the guys, which means it would could actually ladies could be up on this one. Ladies could be up.
Well, I hope he's
all right.
right, so I can shoot a shot at Bully Mom. I hope the guy is.
Well, let me check the ladies then. Well, because I'm waiting for Spin to get his headset on anyways. Ladies are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
That's that officer safety nonsense.
70.
You know, I'm going to take away your rights. You know, I'm going to hold you and pin you down and take away your gun and all of that for officer safety. You're going to take away all my rights.
Actually, ladies and gentlemen, you are both tied. I believe it's 80 and 85 split both ways.
I can still talk shit. Ha! Take that, Bully Mom.
I can jump in. Sorry, I was having audio problems for a while.
That's
the
okay.
most, the most telling thing
We
is
can hear you.
when he throws down being humane and when he spits at it like it's a ridiculous thing. This is the telltale sign of an authoritarian where all laws are equally bad. Therefore, you can use any punishment for anything. The key thing about justice is that the key aspect of it is that the punishment fits the crime. When you have someone trying to make every single infraction of the law like the height of badness, no matter how small it is, they're an authoritarian. They're just trying to bully their way into doing what they do and paste their own feelings across the laws against the people they hate. That's all this really is.
Actually, so let me take it back to this question because I didn't get I don't think I let Spin answer this. Iotin said if something is legal, does it make it good? If it's illegal, does it make it bad? Spin, it seems like you just really don't like foreigners to me. Spin, court is in session. Do you like or dislike foreigners, sir?
I have no problems with foreigners that come into this country legally. I have no problems with foreigners that are in this country legally because they are held to the standard of the United States.
So
my problem is people that have come into this country, the foreign invaders that have come into this country without permission, getting the same services, getting everything handed to them up into and including a place to stay on the government's dime when United States citizens that are actual United States citizens are afforded help, but in instances they're told, well, we can't help you. So again, my problem is with the foreign invaders that came across this border that got a free place to stay, food stamps, Medicaid, and money to live a month while they're out there buying high-priced, highfalutin vehicles. Don't know how they did it, but they did it. I have a problem with them walking into a hospital, handed a Medicaid card, and the United States taxpayer paid for it. I do not believe that should happen, regardless of regardless of your immigration status. Period. If you came here illegally, you do not have the right to the American system. I'll put it that way.
All right. Anybody have pushback on that before I move on?
Yeah, most of that was completely wrong. Disinformation. Dude just laps up propaganda like it's fucking milk.
How was it fucking wrong?
Well,
How's
the
it fucking
Medicaid.
wrong?
But let's move on because I want to
ask.
ask him some shit about the war and Trump and some more shit. Let's move on as possible.
Wait. No, effigy. How was that fucking wrong in propaganda?
Like I said, half of what you were talking about were asylum seekers, not illegal immigrants. All the people that were given shit, most of those are asylum seekers because they're being forced to wait to be in court because they're in line.
Go smoke some more
between an asylum seeker and an illegal.
I'm smoking enough for him right now. He's good. I got enough for both of us right now.
Also, it is illegal to give Medicaid to illegal immigrants. What you're talking about is when the states get money from the federal government and they make their own systems. That's what you're fucking talking about.
It was done. It was done. They gave them a free place to fucking live. They gave them Medicaid. They gave them food stamps. And
you just don't care, right? You don't care about the actual nuances and the differences between them. You just believe the hateful things you hear on whatever fucking crazy right-wing station you constantly listen to.
Right.
This is my only one.
You better start watching that right wing.
Illegals are coming
station,
to get us. They're after your bodily fluids.
They have taken American jobs. They are being paid pennies on the dollar, okay, for people that, could go out and get those jobs. I know many people that would love to work in some of the jobs that they have taken.
So do you think stronger enforcement on the individuals that are hiring the illegal immigrants, do you think stronger enforcement and prison time would be much better option than trying to find these people who, a lot of them are, like you said, asylum
I would say
seekers?
in some ways that would be a good idea because it would reduce the incentive to even come here in the first place. But the thing is, it's like, but we still have to realize, in my opinion, now I don't know exactly how the law is exactly written, but in my opinion, you come here illegally, you're a trespasser. Now that's a civil matter. But if you do not fucking leave, that becomes criminal.
Right, but Spin had mentioned that anybody that was detained and deported by ICE were here illegally and they should be deported. A lot of them have been people who they applied for citizenship and were told by ICE, were told by the other ICE from the other administration, they were told that they can have a temporary citizenship and stay in our country. And these have been just like single-handedly removed, or not single-handedly is the wrong word I'm using, but they have been removed after the fact. Once they were arrested, then it was removed, their citizenship or their a non-documented citizenship, which was what the original or the other administration was giving us a status. So they didn't necessarily come into our country illegally. They were invited in on a temporary basis until they can solve their citizenship. Now, when we're talking people that are like 40 years, 50 years in, that's a totally different story. But a lot of these are young individuals, often at Home Depot, picking up crap, trying to do stuff, that had been invited into our country, took the invitation, and are now being imprisoned and then deported often to this horrible prison where you've seen the treatment. Would you want to be walked around like that?
I wouldn't have to be because I'm a legal citizen.
All right, let me, Big Sarge says, and I'm going to refer to his $5 to make the correction. He says, I disagree with Spin on protests. I was at the gun protest in 2020 in Richmond, and we stopped a ton of anti-gun bills past that legislation. There was 100,000 plus folks there. Spin, any thoughts on that?
Okay, I will allude to the ICE protests in Portland, Oregon. I will allude to the anti-ICE protests here in Florida. Okay? It's doing nothing. It's a bunch of degenerate left-wing fucking idiots standing
their
on
right to do
the street
nothing.
corner. It standing on the street corner,
It did plenty, man.
holding signs. Fuck Trump. Fuck
You hate
ICE.
that shit. You hate that shit too, don't you,
You're
bro?
absolutely you're absolutely right. I hate it.
No, the part you hate
But
is
they're
that they were
allowed
all dressed
to.
in fucking chicken costumes while the administration was trying to say, look, they're domestic terrorists. And then they point over to a dude wearing a fucking blow up Godzilla costume. Like, that's what you guys hate about it.
My
Speaking of the chicken costume,
moderators are showing you a piece or are sending me a video right now from over on pilled.net of a peaceful fucking protest. And you tell me if it's a peaceful fucking protest. And second of all, you got Sean the gay fucking frog running around up in Portland. You got a guy in a fucking chicken costume running around. You got Pam Hemphill.
And you guys have QAnon shaman. What? Everybody gets weird protest.
And you know, as far as the chicken goes, recently there was
hateful.
a federal court case, Chicken Man versus Trump, and that was based on Portland events. Now, there were situations in Portland where they were just gassing the entire block. Now, I've been down there. I've been down there recording prior to this ruling, and it was a constant spray of pepper balls, a constant spray of munitions. Well, the Supreme Court or the federal court. It hasn't made it to the Supreme Court yet, but the federal court ruled on favor of Chicken Man. And what they ruled was that they cannot use these indiscriminate emissions on individuals exercising a First Amendment right. That right is the right to protest, the right to redress government, the right to freedom of speech.
Oh, he doesn't care about rights.
The judge very clearly stated that the simple act, the judge clearly stated that the simple act of trespassing or going limp or not obeying orders was not a justification for use of chemical munitions on otherwise peaceful protesters.
Judge found the same here in Chicago.
Hold on, and I'll land it. Hold on, and I'll land it. Now, since then, hold on, and I'll land it. Now, since then, I have also watched the protest in downtown Portland, and I find that there are absolutely no munitions used as far as the chemical munitions. And in return, there has been no violence. There has been none. No violence towards that building. They have been sitting there peacefully protesting as they were all along before they started getting assaulted by these deviants, these tyrants. Now, I am an anti-frauditor. So when I say the word tyrant, I mean fucking tyrants.
Let me do some super chats real quick. Big Sarge, of course, had called out that the men were ahead. And then, of course, the Kick Spicoli came in, and then Texas Bully Mom came in with the win. She came in like a wrecking ball. Just because Joe called her out, she called back. But the ladies were up. They were up. But James sealed the deal, and he said with a big 20, so Joe can talk more shit.
James, you
Call her out some more.
That's all he can.
So that threw the gentleman up by 10. And then Calvin came in with a big 2, threw the men up by 12, said not Sasquatch looking like Moses up in this. Let my people go. You're supposed to part the Red Sea. And then, of course, Big Sarge coming in with another 5. The men are officially 17 over on the women. Ladies, you got some mild catching up to do. Big Sarge says with Big 5 spin would have turned in the Tea Party guys had he been given the chance.
Doing something illegal.
Spin City, would you have turned in the guys doing the Tea Party?
No, the only person that would do that would be a fuck ass.
Now, on something I do agree with on Spin, I do absolutely agree that if you can't read the frickin' signs, you shouldn't be driving in the United States of America. I think that the
finally somebody fucking agrees with me about something.
I think we all agreed on that one.
I think that the test should be done in English, and I believe that there shouldn't be translators because the idea is that you have learned this test. So long as you should be able to read, I don't care if you're able to speak English, but so long you should be able to read, because often I've been all over the United States of America. Often there are signs that are just state signs.
I think
you have
got
to know
an
how to
argument,
freaking
bro.
read them just to freaking drive around. You know what I mean?
I think you got a good argument.
There's signs, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, go to a fucking foreign country and try to read the signs, moron. Think about it.
Now, as far as the guy doing a U-turn, there's not a correlate there, because he did a U-turn, and hold on, he did a U-turn, and somebody died. But I guarantee you, I can find. Sir, stop fucking yelling over me, okay? I'll land my plane in a second. Listen. There, I can find a larger value of individuals that are United States American citizens born here that have similarly killed people with their semi-trucks doing stupid things. So the correlate that he just happened to be somebody who was of non-American descent and probably wasn't able to speak English, the correlate's not there that made him make the stupidest decision to turn around in the middle of the freeway.
People in other countries can't drive worth a shit anyway.
People here can't drive worth a fucking shit.
You ever watch YouTube car crash videos?
Driving unsafely just because you can find examples of domestic drivers doing the same thing. So they're both held. They're both going to be held accountable for that. It's just.
Sure, not that you blowing up that it's some kind of huge problem when there are 4,000 to 5,000 accidents involving tractor trailers, and there were I think 17 to 20 accidents involving any kind of non-citizen. By the way, most of that shit in California was from visas expiring and not having the CDL expired, or by having the authorization document not get verified fast enough when they gave them the temporary CDL. It was not even what you were fucking saying the whole time.
You can drive on a temporary CDL.
I've been quiet the whole time. Give me a second. The point y'all are all missing is that when an American performs this same action and goes to jail, a foreigner performs this action and often just gets deported. They just leave. And that doesn't
and then they sneak back in.
Well, do cops really communicate with ICE and all that stuff?
Depends on what state you're in. If you're in Liberia, no. If you're in a libtard state, the police are ordered not to communicate with their federal partners. And if they are, it's very limited. It's been in the news. It's a proven fact. Look at Timmy Tampon. Look at Mayor fucking Fry his ass. Look at Gavin Newscum with his policies.
You try to emulate your daddy? Is that why you do all the nickname thing?
Didn't the police do what they were supposed to do as patriots of the country? They saw that ICE was out here spraying motherfuckers and breaking all of these laws. They said they're not going to support it. Didn't they do the right thing? Because the judge now has found that ICE did break laws and they did violate all of those rights. Bovino is retiring next. He's gone in 30 days. He's a disgrace. All of that happened under his watch. 546 cases here. I think they had 12 that fit the bill, and the judge said they had to release everybody else. It was a horrible thing. All the rights they violated. Why would the police, if they're being patriots, why would they help these guys do all their crime?
Try more.
Now wait a minute. I did say.
You can't violate rights they don't have, right? That's the exact reason why they're arguing that shit.
I did say that a judge and Joe, I said it earlier. If a judge should be held to a higher standard, the police should be held to a higher standard. It is not up to the court of common opinion to enforce those laws. It is up to a judge or their supervisors or whatever, and whoever can enforce that.
I'm not sure it's the law that if they see a crime being committed in front of them, any of those police officers, that they must do something about it. If it's a felony, they must do something about it. So I'm not so sure that the police are just supposed to do as told when they see laws being broken.
Okay, it is a well-proven fact that in Minnesota, Tammy Timpon or tampon, and fucking Mayor fried the bag, told his police officers and all law enforcement in the state of Minnesota not to cooperate with ICE operations.
ICE must have been doing something horrible. It was like killing people, citizens, or something like that. Crazy that made them do something
sanctuary
like that.
cities are something new, Joe. Like, this is the defiance that's been going on for over a decade now. This isn't new.
I agree with that shit. Oh.
That is why they are trying to get rid of, or the federal government is trying to get rid of, this sanctuary policy. They are indeedably. How is it racist?
They want that white Christian shit to move across the world. They want the U.S. to be the center of that shit, and they want to get rid of all the Muslim countries and shit and make everything white Christian. Yeah.
Okay, well, if that's what their end game is, that's what their end game is. But my point in saying they want to get rid of all this sanctuary policy because there are people in this country that do not belong in this country, that have committed crimes. And what these sanctuary cities and sanctuary states are doing are harboring criminals.
That wouldn't be it, man. Any serious crime, every politician, including Obama, got rid of anybody who did a serious crime. No one shed a tear. Only when they started going after everybody indiscriminately did this shit become an issue.
Okay, well, Trump is doing the same fucking thing as Obama did.
Not even a little bit.
Deporting
like 80 or 90% of the people that Obama deported were actual like convicted criminals in the United States. Trump's is like below 15%. I think it's closer to 5%.
It's because the county jails. Now wait a minute. I'm sure you've probably seen this. Wait a minute. You've probably seen this. The county jails and the state correctional facilities are not turning these fucking idiots over to immigration. Why is that? Give me one logical reason why the county jails and the state penitentiaries or prisons, whatever, are not turning these people over. Tell me why.
It's a red herring, but I'll let one of them cats in.
It's not a red herring.
Now, on that, the states have decided, a few states have decided to withhold people that are being released from jail to ICE who clearly are under a detention order. Now, though, on that, I don't know either way. I don't support it, but at the same time, other than legislation, I don't know how to change it.
The only way to change it is to vote. And the biggest problem,
well, something like that wouldn't be something that we would vote on, huh? Something like that wouldn't be something we would vote on. It would be something that your elected official would, or not official, your elected representative would vote for. And what we need to do is make sure to vote for. We need to make sure to vote for the elected individuals. We need to make sure to vote for the elected individuals who are capable of doing the job. And it seems to me like lately we have chosen the most cool, basically, influencer, social influencer. We don't really care about the policies behind the individual. It's who's got the best gotcha, who's got the best meme, who's got the... And I don't think that we should be going after that type of politics.
Well, the thing that irritates me both is, on the left they say, "Oh, well, we want these people. We want these different ideologies." And I'm not going to go into it because Sarah's not here, and I don't want to change anything. It's not my part. Not my point.
Well, it's all right if you want to change
illegal immigrants. Is that who we're talking about? Or are we just talking about diverse people?
Hold on 1 second. Dearly beloved, we've been brought here today to lay Sarah Mater to rest. She has passed beyond this panel world and we can no longer communicate with her. So if you're out there, Sarah, know that we all love you, we support you, and we hope that you make it back into the fold as soon as possible. Thank you.
By the way, we got
dry
people
eyes
who can bring
for
you
clear
back,
eyes.
Sarah. We got people who can bring you back from the dead, apparently.
Calm down.
To talk to them.
Router was rebooting.
Now,
Every week somebody come back from the dead over here.
Speaking of vote, one of the topics was about What was the topic? It was something about.
Don't change the topic yet.
How can you change
Okay.
it to vote?
Yeah,
was
the
it at?
vote
Remind me where it
voter
was.
It was. Hold on, I'll tell you exactly. Should NATO be required to contribute military assets to reopen the secure the Strait of Hormuz? Does the SAVE Act effectively create an unconstitutional poll tax by requiring paid documents for voter registration? Was President Trump's public disclosure of Rep. Neal Dunn's private health information ethically justifiable in the name of congressional transparency? Is the Trump administration's rule restricting CDLs for roughly 200,000 foreign drivers a necessary safety measure that outweighs the economic consequences? And is Candace Owens' exposure of Erica Kirk and TPUSA through her Bride of Charlie series ethically defensible despite the grief involved at Matt Walsh's criticism? That was the topic.
If I could, let's do the one about NATO.
Hey, there's a Sarah.
We need Sarah.
Spin is
Well,
here.
kind of. We got weird noise.
What happened?
Your mic's not working.
No, James wanted
You
a
got
time
track lead.
She's not all the way back. Your mic's jacked.
You got track lead.
Mike's jacked up.
Because my you know why? Because my broadcaster's
We got to get 10th man to cast the spell again. And cast the spell again, 10th man. She didn't come all the way back.
while I'm fixing my mic, I just gotta wait for that thing to plug in.
You got to be quiet, girl. Your mic sucks.
It's like a nightmare wrapped inside.
Sasquatch, speak for her.
I tortured you.
You're gonna scream.
You are torturing us. Yes, you are.
Hold on, I think it should be.
Hey, Dusty.
We already knew she liked that shit.
Pimp.
There you go.
What? No, you're horrible.
You're still all fucked. You're still all fucked up, Sarah.
Drop out, come back in. And fuck your shit.
If I could, the Spin City one. While Spin is up here, let's do the war one, the NATO one, because that'll be fun as long as he's up here. Go ahead, Flo.
Is it set now?
I was just gonna see if
No, it
it's bad
still
here.
sucks.
I was gonna see if you. I think I've asked you about this. Have you seen the guy that's running around with your avatar sneaking up on my panel and then not
I've seen him on a bunch of panels. It's the same guy.
It's just some white dude. Some white dude like my age. I've never seen him anywhere else. He doesn't do anything. He's just like, hey.
I saw him once, yes, in your room, yes. But yeah. I've been getting texts and shit. You trying to come over here, Joe? I'm like, no, I'm on another panel somewhere. I've been getting texts about that. He's getting around.
It's great. He's great. Okay, well,
he's like a good catfish. He's not a bad catfish that runs around doing shitty shit. He's like good.
Yes, he's not. Don't seem harmful. And
he just waves.
Yeah.
Would you guys rather bang Erica Kirk or Candace Owens go?
Candace, stop it. No one's going. Oh, I'm about to say no one's going to say Erica. She's mean. I don't know, man.
Your mic's working, right?
She just seems mean,
Never
bro.
think you're chicken crazy.
Sound better.
You sound
God.
much better, Sarah.
Good. All right, hold on. Wait a minute. James requested in the chat for a topic change, and I told him in the chat. Good, fine. I'll be louder. How about that?
Didn't change
Is that
anything.
You could probably go up a little bit more,
Go louder.
Sarah.
Louder.
Yeah.
Harder.
Yes, deeper too.
Okay, now hold up. James requested in the chat for a topic change. What?
No volume change whatsoever.
What?
Your
Mercury is full red
whatsoever
tonight.
It's okay. Well, we've got a storm passing through right now. So hold on. Who's backstage? Tony.
Someone's shooting sperms at that ant.
Tony Drake, just a quick cam up for me back there, and we'll be happy campers. You don't have to stay on cam, but I just need a quick hello back there. Are you naked, Tony? Are you naked?
I can vouch for Tony. I don't think I've ever
not-
seen one camera though.
You're not naked. You look very nice though, sir. You can turn your camera off now. You're good. Thank you. You just hit the little button, turn it off. And turn it on, turn it off. Okay. All right. James requested in the chat for a topic change, but I told James, you know what to do if you'd like a topic change. Okay.
Oops.
Did he know what to do? Did he do it? No, he hasn't. Speaking of what he should do, Iotin sent it a big 5, says, I don't even agree with illegal immigration, but to act like you are somehow better because of where you happen to be born is tarded. Spin, what say you? And of course, I have Andrew from Dragon Fist backstage now, waiting to come up. If you want to see him up, you cannot boot Spin, unfortunately. He's been locked in. He's been here since the get-go. You can't boot Joe Cool. You can't boot. Yeah, that's the only two.
Motherfucker in there. I don't know.
Was there?
Spin's been getting a lot of love tonight.
I don't know. I'm high though. I don't know what
Balderson is no boot.
Balderson.
That avatar is
Balderson, no
creepy
boot.
as shit.
I love her avatar, and I love her paintings. She's got some interesting paintings. If you go over to her on Twitter, you could see her work. What say you, Spin?
Well, Iotin, I guess that's how you say your name. I do not think that I am better than anybody else. I just feel that if you are an American citizen, you have. I don't know.
Inalienable?
Yes. Yeah, basically.
Then the Declaration or whatever it was say that all men had these inalienable rights, not just Americans. They said God has given it to all men.
It's true.
The Supreme Court has actually upheld,
not other countries. If you go look at their constitution, it doesn't say none of that shit. So you're gonna have to talk to them about that and stop bringing that trash here, because here
I asked them about our constitution. I say, didn't our founding fathers say that we hold these truths be self-evident that all men are created equal? I hope this is the right one. It has been given certain inalienable rights. Among them are the right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. All men are given these rights under God.
There's a very clear reason for that, Joe. All of the founding fathers of the time were not born in America, so they needed to have a protection under the Constitution that they were making.
Because we know their real
when
feelings.
they knew that they were not born in America.
I bet.
It was about to create a superpower for the natives and be like, what happened?
Well, also it's a unique one-time situation that they had to deal with. That's not going to happen again.
Right. But the Supreme Court has upheld that people that are non-Native Americans have a certain level of constitutional rights. Now, I believe it's the first 8 amendments. It's up to unreasonable punishment. So they get due process. They do have a freedom of speech. They're up into the state rights. Then they lose those rights.
Okay.
Sasquatch. Due process is.
Okay, so Sasquatch, you feel, I just want to clarify that if you come into this country and invaded this country illegally, and
issue with the way you use your vernacular, sir. You use your language to create an emotional charge in what you are saying, trying to drive people to dislike you strongly.
Okay. I'm not trying to straw man or anything.
I'm picturing guns and tanks at this point.
And undocumented immigrants.
I can't hear you.
You have documented immigrants and undocumented immigrants. You have legal immigrants and illegal immigrants. The good and evil or the charged language that's involved there is immaterial.
Okay. The illegal immigrants.
So you know how we know they're not invaders? Because they can make anchor babies.
That's a good point. That's a good ass point.
Coming in with the big 5
According to the 14th
says,
Amendment, an invader cannot make an anchor baby.
Josh coming in with the big 5 says Trump admin fighting courts to remove legal status of 350,000 Haitian refugees. The very next day it's approved, MAGA will pretend they were always illegal. Any thoughts to that from the panel?
Ooh, they broke a law.
What law did they break?
Well, whatever Trump say, they're gonna be like, man, it's the newest executive order. It's the law.
Of course, a libtard will always say Trump is breaking the law. Of course,
No, I'm not saying the people got to go back because they broke a law, not Trump. The people got to go back. That's going to be your argument. They all got to go back. They broke a law. It's illegal now. They say they got to go back. That is now the law. So, you'll be happy with it. There'll be no heart there and none of that Christian shit that you pretend all the time.
Haiti is one of the only countries. Hold on a second. Haiti is one of the only countries that we accept refugees from that actually can attain true refugee status here. There is a chance they get in a boat and end up on America's shore. It's not like that with Egypt or freaking Pakistan or any of those other African countries that they're not supposed to be able to seek refugee status. You don't climb in a boat in the South African current and land in You're not paddling across the fucking canal over here and being like, oh, it just happened to blow up. No, Haitians can do that. They have the ability to seek actual refugee status and should get it in certain circumstances. Now, the fact that there's a guy named Barbecue sitting on a throne of skulls, I think that's the appropriate circumstance.
I'm not going to disagree with you, Squatch. Just in the abstract,
really
right?
want to though.
No. I'm just going to say in the abstract that, like in this case, if that status, which is why they're here, is legally removed, then their legal reason for being here has been removed. And
I get that. That's why I'm making this statement. That's why I'm trying.
Although I agree that in this specific case, I don't think they should be, because Haiti, is in a really bad state right now, and I'm perfectly okay with taking care of some of these people for a while that shit gets sorted. And
Haiti's had a bad turn of it for a while. I mean, they had a regime change followed by an earthquake, followed by the
I wouldn't doubt if we played a role in that shit.
It's a bad place to live.
Again, if they have done things legally, whether they are foreign or whatever, I have no problem with them being here and having the benefits of being here.
So you just want laws upheld?
Unless you're an asylum seeker.
I want to chase that law shit, but it's 10 motherfuckers up here. But yes,
absolutely,
that's all about the law. That is your argument. That argument cannot hold.
Hold on just a second. Ben, are you still here? Oh, you're still here. Okay. I didn't know.
He's out shaving the alpacas.
I didn't know if you were still here or not. I was going to tuck you away for a little bit if you guys had to step away for something. Or I didn't know if you had a power outage as well.
Do we got to pay extra for that?
We're good. If you need to put me in back, I don't really have anything to contribute on this topic.
I feel like she's going to spurg out if she starts.
I think we should. Well, what do you think about Spin? Spin City's over here mouthing off. What do you think about him? And before you answer that, just so you know, the gauntlet is officially open. If you're watching over on the Raging Tomato side, start moving over to the gauntlet. I'm setting up the raid now. All my internet's running slow as shit. But start moving over. You already know where you're going. Get over there now. Okay, go ahead, Mrs.
No,
Balder.
one point that Spin is making that I like. One point. Sorry.
I don't remember asking you. I was asking the lovely lady of the panel.
Sorry.
What her opinions on spin were, because I
know well, thank you, Sarah.
Okay,
thank you very much. Oh.
I'm assuming, Spin, that you come from an America First platform, and I guess the only thing I really have to say is that your Americans are your platform. It's not us versus the libtards. It's not the libtards versus the whoever. It's Americans versus the government, and then our government is supposed to protect us from the world, not go out and bully the world. But America First is taking care of Americans and people, and
absolutely.
If we hate each other, if we're divided, that whole stupid cheesy saying, "United we stand, divided we fall." It's true. If we see our neighbors as our enemies, then we've lost.
Well, the lovely Mrs. Balderson, hello.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree that I do come from an America First platform. I do not believe that we should be taking care of any other country, any other race, creed, religion, but America. I do not believe that we should send money to other countries.
So certainly
I do
shouldn't
not.
be having these wars. These wars are expensive. Certainly shouldn't be doing
I'm
none of that,
talking
right?
to Mrs. Balderson. I'm talking to Mrs. Balderson.
I understand that, bro. Don't. I want to be nice.
Okay, so
Be nice, Joe.
So
was that a long ass pout?
No, I'm not pouting at all.
You're definitely
I was waiting for people to stop.
That's
talking.
a long ass pout. I'm gonna come right at your ass if you act like a bitch.
Okay. Well, then come at me. So
I was with these gushers, and there's only 5 gushers left in these packs anymore. Is this the Mexicans' fault?
Mexicans' fault for what?
For the illegal immigrants come over eating all my gushers.
I don't know about eating all of your gushers.
No, I just think you need to stop being such a sensitive little baby.
Well, I'm not a sensitive little baby. I believe that American money should be spent in America, not into Canada, not into Uganda. Not sent over to overseas. I know we got rid of USAID, which I think is absolutely fucking fabulous. I believe that American problems with the epidemics that we have, with the homeless, with veterans being on the street, whether it's by choice or not, I believe all of the money that we are spending on overseas.
You want more socialism
bullshit.
and less imperialism.
Okay, I don't disagree with that. I think that Americans need to be taken care of better than what they are. I mean, I could take you on a drive right now, 15 minutes from my home, and show you one of the biggest problems that is facing Florida.
To do with immigration. Homeless people has very little to do with immigration.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you agree with an illegal person coming across the border of this country in the last administration? We should give them Medicaid, a place to live, thousands of dollars a month to live. Do you agree with that?
Before you answer that, Dusty, I'm officially shutting down the Raging Tomato side, sending everybody over to the Gauntlet. If you're watching on the Raging Tomato YouTube, you will automatically be redirected to the Gauntlet. So here you go. Have your fun riding.